bees are pretty cool. So pretty much, I'm not sure if you've seen a flow hive before, but what it is you've got the honey super up the top, and you got the brood box down the bottom, which has the queen. There's a separator in here, but essentially the guy that designed this made it so you can harvest honey from the outside. So all that there is honey. You look at that. So what you do is you undo this top, and then you undo these bottoms, and there's a tube that goes in there. You set your bucket just down below it, and go from there. And just having a look, I can see a bee in this one here, and these ones. What happens though, if they're not waxed at the front, is that when the honey all comes down, it wants to fill up and it will overflow into the hive, which isn't too bad. The bees just get a bit cranky on that. Probably do this one. I did this one like 2 weeks ago. You can see there's still, it's not fully waxed, but if you're wondering what wax looks like, I'll show you around this side. Yeah, you can actually, my bees are quite friendly, but that's what they look like in there. Those ones there are capped, so the bees have put the honey in there, they've capped it over, saving it up. You'll see all the bees around the front. I might get stung here. They don't like it too much if you hang out around the front with their queen. Oh, there's one on me. He got flicked. Sorry, bee. Not a beekeeper. I'm a honey farmer. That's what I'd say. But we'll sort this out. Get this little tripod thing set up for you so you can see the honey coming down. But I'm going to build a hut down there. You can see the river. We had a flood here the other year coming right up. Not too far up, but down the bottom of these trees. Over all that grass that's down there that's really long, that I don't go and maintain, so that's alright. Just sort out this thing so it doesn't look too bad. How level are we? Here we go. Let's set us up here. You can see the bees there. So like I said, if you want to harvest it, we're going to take this one. I'll just open it and let the honey come down. When it fills up a little bit, once I see it start coming out there, I just shut it off. It takes a little bit longer, but it's alright. This is a tool that goes in to get them all out. I just use a chunk of wood, slide in the bottom, and that's for my bucket to sit on. It's a 5 litre bucket, probably get, I don't know, maybe half of it. Double strainer. You can go to like the beekeeping shop to get all that stuff. But you can see, like, it's pretty handy because you don't have to get into a full suit. You don't have to worry about honey like spinning machine or anything else. You can just have it in your backyard. I've got a big backyard, so it kind of works out. Plug that in there. That's just because it comes out on a line, drips down into that part. It smells kind of fruity. And then we'll pop this. I'm not sure, you might be able to see the honey start coming down. Once it starts filling up, you'll be able to see it a bit better. Let's get you right in there, hey? Bee hanging around me, he's not happy. You guys can just watch that come down. You can kind of see when it starts to get a bit higher because this tube has got an air pocket at the top, but it fills up. Once that fills this tube, it means that whatever's in there is higher than the pipe. So we're at that now. So I'm just watching this first one. There's actually a bee that's cruised in there, so you might keep us blocked out. A little bit of air bubble. Sometimes you can tell when the bees get a bit cranky because it's coming out the side. I can see it there. So once that happens, I just lock this off and then I'll let that run out. So essentially, Flow Hive has a standard bee box on the bottom, but then at the top is a plastic synthetic honeycomb type of wafer situation, and you can see they're all angled into the middle, and when you turn this dial at the top, it breaks the connection, gets all the honey to flow to the center, comes down into the cavity at the bottom and just flows out the front. I'll just let it strain run through and taste it. Pure rich honey. It's better to do this when it's hot so it flows out. I did one in winter and it took a little bit. This is actually pretty good. But the reason I'm doing this is if I left all the honey in there and tried to lift this top super off to check the bottom, it's bloody heavy. So I'll take out 1, 2, maybe 3, 4 honeys, and then tomorrow I'll come back, I'll lift that off, check out the queen and the bottom. But you guys can watch that for a minute. Ray, come on. Come on, up, let's go. Willow. Up at the front of this thing. Anyway, you can see here we've done 2. I've got the top closed. The bucket's on a bit of a lean, but I'd say it's well past 3/4 full in a 5 litre bucket. But that's just from those 2. This goes all the way, full length of the hive. And yeah, we'll take this up in a minute or so and we'll suss out how much honey we have got. Weigh it up, and one thing you've got to remember though, if you're taking honey out, you've got to have somewhere to put it. So I've got some jars, and we might show you some of that stuff a bit later. But other than that, that's the process. Pretty simple. So Ray's back at it, eh Ray? Hey Ray, what you doing? Anyway, we're at this, we've got the scales, these are a bit dirty. See how much honey we got. We're on 0. I'll put this bucket on there. Where do we go up to? Error. I think this only goes up to 5 kilos. So we've got over 5 kilos of honey sitting right in there.